Okay, this is a Manning Bowman antique fan that I got from Goodwill a year and a half ago. And tonight, since I have the extra time off of work, I thought I would, attempt to service it. Got this can of a 3-in-1 oil right there, and got this, flat-headed screwdriver. Go ahead and fire it up. Sounds like a lot of the resonation is coming from the front bearing of the motor. As you look at, the front, shaft sleeve there, you see a little hole, and thinking that's an oil port right there. This motor may need some cleaning on the inside, so I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to remove this back cover. I got the fan unplugged, and I'll be back here in a bit. Okay, back motor housing is dismantled, and I just got through oiling the motor from front to back. My other diagnosis is a blade hub fitting there was rubbing right up against, the front of the sleeve there, causing it to make, its dent. So what I did was I loosened that up, and I moved that blade up just a little bit. Okay, all oiled, all blade adjusted. That sounds so much better. I bet this is more powerful than a Lasco 3733. I wanted to show off the full spin down. Okay, the next step is gonna be trying to troubleshoot the oscillator to see if I can get the fan to oscillate, and maybe a little bit harder than what it seems. And judging by another, fan collector's video, it looks like if I'm gonna use a fan and oscillation, if I can get that oscillator to work, what I'm gonna have to do is dismantle the oscillator and grease it up inside there. Yes, oil is essential for the motor, but actually grease is necessary for the oscillating mechanism. And all right, you notice how this oscillating rotor is turning, but the fan is not actually oscillating. Looks like there's a lot of play in the arm there, and so it looks like I got the screw under there as tight as it will go, so it looks like I may need some kind of gasket or some kind of, extra washer to maybe tighten that up. I mean, let me know what you think. And the fan is unplugged, and notice back here that if you look at the wires of the motor, it looks like that black wire is just hanging on by a thread, and maybe some kind of ground wire or something. And I'm thinking, the red and the yellow, it might maybe the positive and the negative. I don't know if this wire is some kind of ground or something. I mean, the fan works, but I mean, pretty manifested that anytime you take these covers off, you gotta make sure that you don't undo these wires right there, or else the fan may not work. This right here brings back memories of, the old fans I saw when I was a kid. I remember seeing some fans that where the cord went in the motor, you could see bare wire at the fitting. And one of them was my grandparents' big Kenmore window fan. I'm not sure if you could see the bare wire, but you could just see the insulation foam really starting to show, you could just literally pull the cord off, which kind of scary. But go ahead and put this thing back together, or maybe troubleshoot it at a later time. This is my Hawaiian Breeze fan, which is now built by Lasco. At the time, it was branded Hawaiian Breeze, sold at Walmart. Now has a Lasco logo, and it's sold on Amazon and other places. And it's currently being used as my wintertime living room fan. Puts out quite a powerful airflow, and the antique fan, puts out decent airflow too. And I'm thinking the breeze from the man named Bowman may equate to the, this Hawaiian Breeze. And this right here is an antique replica. I love this fan, and it's a replica. But this fan is a true, genuine antique right there. If you're going into some public venue, some establishment, and somebody has a fan going, wouldn't you rather see one of these in action than one of them, cheap, boring ass plastic pieces of shit of today that break within a few years? I still remember these fans as a child, seeing them going in venues. Much more meaningful and much more conspicuous than the cheap plastic piece of shit set up in venues of today. I think I might do a brief airflow comparison between these two. If y'all know what I can do to get the oscillator to this fan working, leave it in the comments box. Right now I'm thinking it needs an extra fitting. Okay, both on low. Okay, medium. Okay, high. I believe both of these fans pan out about the same as far as airflow goes. I think the Manning Bowman might be just a little bit more powerful than the vintage, than the antique replica. Let's try both of the spin downs. Well, the Manning Bowman wins the prize for the spin down for sure. One good thing about the Hawaiian Breeze, the replica, got plenty of protection. But the Manning Bowman, he got no protection, so you always gotta use caution to not get your fingers cut off by these antique fans.